Hi guys! We are already at the end of the semester. Time flies, isn't it? As you remember, we have covered many mathematics topics in our course, English for Mathematics. So, now we are going to review some essential vocabularies from each week. This video will cover the topics from week 2 to week 5. Let's start. In week 2, we learn about algebra. Let me remind you about some important terms in algebra. Basic algebra. Algebraic operation, the verb add, subtract, divide, multiply. Algebraic operation, the noun, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. Now, the terms related to solving basic equation. Equation, balance, side, left side, right side, balance both sides. Parts of equation. For example, we have 4x minus 7 equal to 5. 4 is the coefficient. X is the variable. Negative is the operator. 7 and 5 are the constants. Let's talk about power, index, or exponent. For example, x squared, x cubed, 4 to the power of x, 6 to the power of 5. Let's talk about radical. Radical is related to square root, cube root, etc. Square root, for example, the square root of 16 is 4 because 4 squared equal to 16. The square root of 25 is 5 because 5 squared is 25. Let's see cube root. So, here I show you first thing first the radical symbol, and then the index, which is 3, and the radicand, which is x minus 4. How to read those? We read it as cube root of x minus 4. In week 3, we talk about trigonometry. Let's recall the terms about trigonometry. First, let's see the types of triangles. There are two types, by side and by angle. By side, we could have equilateral triangle, which has three equal sides, isosceles triangle, which has two equal sides, and scalene triangle, which has no equal sides at all. And then by angle, we have acute triangle, which has three angles less than 90 degrees, right triangle, which has one angle equal to 90 degrees, and obtuse triangle, which has one angle more than 90 degrees. Talking about trigonometry is impossible without talking about Pythagorean theorem. So let's see from the right triangle. So we have the theta, and then we have the opposite side of the theta, and then we have the adjacent side of the theta, and then we have the hypotenuse. From there, we could actually find the sine theta, which is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, cosine theta, which is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent theta, which is equal to opposite over adjacent. In week 4, we'll talk about fraction. Let's review the terms related to fraction. One over 4, or a quarter. 1 over 3, or a third. 1 over 2, or a half. 2 over 3, or 2/3. 3 over 4, or 3/4. 4 over 5, or 4/5. What happened to the mixed fraction? For example, 1/3 over 4. We should read it as 1 and 3/4. Now, hopefully, you can actually read any type of fraction from now on. As you can see, or you have heard before, that 4 over 5 could also be read as 4/5. Both are okay. And 4 is actually called numerator, and 5 is called denominator. In week 5, we talk about inequalities and inequalities. Let's recall the terms related to this topic. The terms are equal, not equal, greater than or equal, less than or equal. Some of the other terms related to inequalities and inequalities are actually similar to those that we have discussed in solving an equation, so I don't think we need to repeat that one. I guess this is the end of this video. Thank you for listening, and hopefully this video is useful for you to review and recall the terms that we have covered from week 2 to week 5. I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you.